कभी कभी लगता है ना SIP ही बेस्ट है।
क्यों यार $50 दे दिए भाई, एडवांस बर्थडे विश कर दिया।
अगर आप भी BGMI में सबसे सस्ती सी परचेज करना चाहते तो आप बिल्कुल सही।
एई का चिकन है, कोई रोक सको तो रोक लो एई को, रोक सको तो रोक लो एई को। भाई एक बार पब्लिक किंग गेमिंग वाईटी के लिए एक बार W's इन द चैट, किंग गेमिंग वाईटी के लिए बिग W's इन द चैट, बिग W's। Big W's। मत बोल भाई, मैं बोलूंगा भाई, मैं बोलूंगा भाई। पता है भाई, मैंने ऐसे सेंड किया। आई हाय पाजी यार पब्लिक किंग भाई के लिए एक बार W's इन द चैट यार, प्यार तो करते हैं। किंग गेमिंग वाईटी थैंक यू 10 years old भाई, प्यार तो करते यार चैट, प्यार तो करते यार। ऑटो हो गया था। अच्छा हैप्पी फ्रेंडशिप डे विश कर रहा था, हैप्पी फ्रेंडशिप डे। अरे थैंक यू मेरी जान, कीप ग्रोइंग माय ब्रो। 80 OG थैंक यू 100 हैप्पी फ्रेंडशिप डे आपको भी। गाइस ये मैच के कोई प्रेडिक्शंस देखो, 40 के बाद एक गोल्डन चांस तो है चैट। 40 अगर गाड़ी लेके आती है तो इनको मार सकती है, क्योंकि सारे के सारे पैदल है, बट गाड़ी 40 के पास है नहीं। मार रहे बे नहीं आएगी, बट
रेंदे वे उर्दू की दिखाऊं क्या? Best weapon in the world, but when you've got no vest, no helmet, it will hurt and comes pre-installed with that scope. Ailings getting through the girders. Bit of a terrifying, man. Yeah, a bit of a jungle gym for them. Snake जैसे चल रही कि नहीं?
Just constantly trying to get out of there, keep their noses clean, but already some obscene plays thrown into the mix. Non-shin Red Force.
Chat T24 मार रहा है, T24 मार रहा है.
Macap being able to find one of those for free.
Next copy करना पड़ेगा बे. I'll tell you what. As much as some of the players from Non-shin Red Force have very much frustrated me in the past, I do respect that no matter what, they're just going to keep giving it. They're going to keep being aggressive. They're not changing anything. पीछे से बैकग्राउंड सब क्लोज कर दो, गेम भी हटा दो अभी। And I think that's a mindset. Some of these fights, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna do something a little insane, but here in the playoffs, I welcome a bit of insanity.
Now's the time to pull it out. This was the opening knock onto Doc C. Distance Macap being able to spot onto that one and restrict him. Onto Rigo as well. A little establishing shot of that rotate round from Regnankari, but one man's trapped amongst it. Oh, Loxy, you have been left hung out to dry as the rest of the team realized they had to commit to the getaway, so they find that one for free.
Origo started off pretty quickly on that last game, looking to do it again here. They get themselves down into a nice position on that southeast side. Sadly, Regnankari will lose a player off the back of that. But they're no strangers to these types of circles. Usually do have a fair amount of success on them. Losing a player at this stage of the game does hurt them though.
Power versus Thundertorts. Okay, Power. Let's see if the energy levels are still carrying on from the prior game. They were forming a fist and punching their way through this lobby pretty convincingly. They find Jin getting knocked down immediately. No one else really around to assist as well.
Power pushing up. This is not a bad spot for Power either. They can play this. Regnankari do move up. Bumper cars in play, easy, attempting to get out of there. Bullets raining on the vehicle, but not quite hitting their mark.
I'm surprised he was actually able to get out there so confidently. I mean, you've just crashed straight into him, no follow-up from it. He gets away, and obviously for Regnankari, you're at a disadvantaged fight. That would have at least been an equalization in the battle of attrition. If they took down easy, it would have been a 3 versus 3.
They could have probably pulled that game out a little bit longer. think for Yangon Galacticos, though, as well as APG, they're one of the few teams out on the western side and down towards the south that just have not found a home here over towards that southeast side, where most teams are confirming their position. There have been a couple of times where we've seen more teams spread out over towards Mansion and around Shelter, and likely on this circle it does center up around Mini Milter as well as Milter itself. And this is the smart choice from all sending central. Does give some more time for squads on the outer edge to play this game slowly, though.
DRX back on screen here as well. DRX, again, another team that was looking relatively impressive. Whenever we've seen them in terms of those later circles, communication's been really good. Hyunbin's had some huge pop-off plays as well. It's always fun to watch. On this one, they get a lot of time to ponder and think. Team secret, of course. You had that late finish, coming second in the previous game. See what they can do here. It's Saycloud that's just off in the distance. And Bernard gets contact. Few shots fired in towards the vehicles, trying to trace them down. Hefty chip.
Not a bad shot towards Jake. He has to switch vehicles, though. Knows that that buggy is not long for this world. We'll just heal up using the bandies. The Yangon Galacticos similarly in a rough scenario where we're heading over towards stage 2. They've not quite found themselves over towards the circle just yet. We're waiting for that shift, because if it is down towards Milter Power or Milter Way, it certainly becomes very, very hard for a lot of these teams that are rotating in late to get too much success off the back of it. APG's just been sitting pretty down towards military base this entire time. Oh, okay. That is a big one. That's going to create a real traffic jam down that southeast side. Hard to rotate up on the east around the crates here, Jackie. Oh, dear, dear me. Not a bad opportunity for the boys over on APG, though, to sidle in over towards that eastern bridge and get a loot crate delivered to them on the way.
Yeah, potential as well, with all the team's focus being turned ahead of them with the swift rotations that now have to be made. They could backdoor into it. Fire Flux straight in versus Power as well. Seems like Al-Haji is swiftly getting handled. And you get the follow-up onto Fahidan. So already you're able to strip them down to just 2 players on Power. Easy. Sprints in. Oh, good with the first with the DBS, but Ketch replies straight back.
Easy was locked in there. You see the way he was moving? See if he was inside the match itself. Power is now forced to send away with just Ragnar on side. This was a horrible shift on the circle back up towards the northwest, but gives a great opportunity now for Yangon to play out a smooth game.
Yeah, a lot that can be done for this team. For Fire Flux, she'll take all the bells and whistles that come with that nice crash over onto Power as well. Steal away all the additional supplies, reset yourself and focus up. This is DRX that have been ushered further around with the readjustment on the zone, just inches away from Nongxin Red Force. They peek out through the window, seeing if they can find anything from this. Better be careful though, Tizzy and Binny have been very lethal today.
I mean, Doxy is a nice long-range player, quite good in the close quarters combat as well, but the Tizzy, Zizzy, Binny show fair few times. Does sound almost like a cartoon, to be honest with you.
They get some solid reviews though, ratings to be through the roof of how they've been playing.
On at prime time. It is exciting watching Nongxin Red Force. APG finally making this move. Like I said, they got a loot crate delivered to them, which was awesome. Ida is holding though. It's a smart maneuver from Ida. One that might just pay off, especially if they are confident that APG is going to be moving through late, which possibly means here that APG is going to have to wait on the outer edges. Top goes for something very aggressive. They're going to try and swipe right over towards the beachhead and deny those sightlines, and Ida has absolutely nothing to say about it.
Yeah, it looked like they were clued into the situation. We're going to hold this in a nice crossfire, but instead you kind of leave one man out. One is lonesome and dark. To jump in the back of the buggy and try and make a quick getaway from it. Link up with the rest of the squads. They're not at a disadvantage, but you get over the bridge and back onto the mainland now.
back over towards the east. Prison as well as shelter. Limited cover in some of these areas. Prison does set yourself up nicely up towards the rocky outcrops and the high ground, but no one's really sending into prison unless it's a absolute desperate maneuver. So that cuts out a little bit of playing space. I can't imagine we're going to have 16 teams going into Zone 4 though.
Something will start to change soon. Top. Offering up a short back and sides to Ida. Trying to trim them down from a distance on the coastline. Meanwhile, DRX thrown into a third-person fight as well there versus Fireflux.
Yeah, and Galacticos going for a wide wrap up towards prison side. I think it's a smart maneuver as well, Jackie, all things considered, because they know a lot of teams must have shifted back up over towards the northwest and might have left those areas a little bit more dry in terms of players. It's a bit of a bold maneuver, but with the information you have, it's probably the best informational play you can go for at this stage of the game, especially if you're just trying to stay quiet and get over that 128-point mark. How is he not down?
Damn. Tries to get the quick connection off. Rapid peek in. Great follow-up, and that's how Thunder Talks get removed. So that's that first squad falling now. We get our answer.
Yeah, Thunder Talks out. I mean, they've just not had the greatest of playoffs, really. In 36 points, the bottom of the tables. DRX, though, comfortably will hold on to that one around Milter, but they've got 30 to go. And here's APG, in fact. Looking to get the toothpick out, clean out the remainder of DRX inside of Milton. If they can do that, they will control nicely down towards the south edge, and they know that DRX has been forced in an uncomfortable spot now.
Ooh, this is problematic though. Top further ahead. They're able to find that angle into the building and get the knock on him. That's from way back up on the hillside with Fireflux.
Why are we faking that? that's a crazy maneuver. I get that, you know, he has teammates that can come in, but what are we going to do? Another teammate comes through, get peaks, almost goes down. Potentially might have had 3 players going down there, losing durability on helmets and vests. Just get your boy up. All right. Top's probably shouting at him, like, just res me. Like, that's all I need right now.
First on the drive-by inside of our hovercraft, all the bullets smashing into it. He's getting torn to shreds as well. So many squads having vision onto him.
Very, very overzealous maneuver. I don't quite know what was going on in his head at that moment in time. I know they want to get into the circle, but you've got bare information going into it. There's plenty of players that can sit around those hilltops as well. I suppose he thought he could get further in the hovercraft, but there was some serious team shots onto that vehicle, and I know that a lot of players hate how that hovercraft can get players and teams into pretty notable areas of the map, so as soon as they see it, they see red.
And this to me is starting to look a little bit like Alpha coming into this one, maybe quite antsy today. Some of the decision making, the way they're jittering a little bit. Feels like the nerves might be there, the pressure that could potentially be put on them, and from the environment we're in here on Smash Sunday.
It's always so uncomfortable not hitting match point game 1, because then it sends you in a bit of a spiral where every single game, therefore, if you're like, well, we just need a passive game, we just need 10 points, that's all we need to grab in these matches, let's hold this back, let's reassess the scenario going forward. Most of the time, you should just play your own game. Don't think about Smash ruling, especially for Yangon as well as APG. Not sure what happened there with T24 and IQ, but especially for Yangon and APG, they're so far ahead, it doesn't matter. They just need to play out a regular match of PUBG Mobile for themselves, eventually hit that marker. What is happening?
What on earth has gone on there?
T24 nade.
चालू हो गया रोज़मेरी भाई.
See a replay. Awesome. Max's nade of the day right there.
Yeah. Max a minimum on that one. We'll forget about that. Focus up on this. Nonshin Red Force versus Fireflies. Throwing out fists inside of the building. Close quarters engagements with that third party of DRX trying to get a look in as well and see if they can snatch points from this. So we do lose out on Scarface. Matcap goes down, so the Fireflies cleaned out on this one. Alter Ego with the read over on the side. It's Krypton that's quick to the hit. So with Hyunbin falling, DRX starting to lose some manpower as well.
Yeah, more shots going through. Great rotate from APG, by the way. They saw this fight break out between DRX, Nocturne Red Force, and Fireflux. That was their direct competition on that north side. They used that moment to swing round to the west. So I really enjoyed that coming through from APG. Don't even want to think about what happened in the Fourth Rives camp. I think they're quite frustrated with what just occurred.
Yeah, that is a comedy of errors that you will be very quickly clambering to forget. Meanwhile, though, you're going to be having your eyes light up if you're a fan for Yangon, as they're in with 3 eliminations off the back of that.
I'm getting replay. Don't show us the I'm glad they at least didn't show us the Molotov as well. Dear me. Yangon, though, that is 3 separate teams they've been involved on. It was Team Secret, Ida, as well as Alter Ego. And they just keep going. They just keep going on that one.
At this point, even just off elims alone, I mean, only 4 more to find now. You've already grabbed yourself so much stock inside of this game, and it's very early doors. We're already 17 minutes in.
Yangon Galacticos down towards plenty of teams. And they took advantage of that high ground that Prison affords you on that eastern side. They knew they were lacking information and they're coming in from that northwest, so they change up the game and they use the plane map as well as the circle that came through to identify an area on the map that might be a little bit more open. They can start to develop that intel.
The Arena Gladiators swinging and showing us they're handy with steel up against Team Secret, but the clap back from the hillside is Yangon that try and get a spot down and see if it's worth committing to this one. You know, there's been a fair amount of chip damage, and there's even more follow-up coming in as well.
I think when you look over towards E-Arena as well, the fact that they delay them here almost certainly should count them out, because the circle's going to push them in. They are on the short side of it, so it will take a little bit more time, but all Yangon Galacticos really need to do now is just send a couple of shots, a couple of bee stings down towards E-Arena and keep them locked down.
It's not just that Yangon are playing well, it's that Alpha obviously having a real struggle of a game as well. I mean, it's just Shoal now. You have the sideline shots that came in from Falcons as they were trying to make their way over, so it's just down to the solo man.
Again, another game where likely APG is not making it over the match point. Rests on the shoulders of Yangon. Should get at least 4 points off the back, or at maximum 4 points off the back of E-Arena. This moment will be stolen away by Horror. That could have been right there, right then. If they took out the entirety of E-Arena, Yangon would have made it. Need to get themselves into placements range now, though.
I honestly think that's what they were debating as well. You can see kind of the difference in the 2 players that were further up, almost feeling like if they went for that one, it would have been worth the risk and reward potential. Falcons back over onto Alter Ego, giving as good as they get, with Nonshin also looking to see if they can snatch away some points from this.
Falcons actually not playing a terrible game right now towards the south side. They are roaming, they are making sure they keep track of a lot of the players coming through. The circle will start to push E-Arena in. Now for Yangon Galacticos, this is less of a matter about battling against E-Arena and more of a case of battling against Horror stealing away these eliminations.
It's Murna and Saycloud that have basically just had to prevent anyone sneaking in from the backline, whilst the raw focus from Romeo and co is just thrown down the hill onto E-Arena. They're finally getting what they were building into on this one and converting those knocks into full eliminations, take down the squad, mop them up, and keep those elims building. 7 elims, 1 single point away from beating the 128 barrier now.
So Yangon Galacticos just need to get themselves into 8. That's all. Krypton tries to take it up towards the Falcons, but they will swing back with the wings, blast them away with the Air Force. Now just Regnum Kaya up top side. Can Falcons make a push through 2 teams? It will be a good result for them, and something we've not seen for quite some time.
So many nades thrown at Toshbik. Had to give up the cover he had to play with. He's trying to see if he can get an angle. Oh, if you got the shot back over, it's that backline with Narvalo and Koa. You could completely fragment the Falcons, leave them in a position where potentially they can start to take the fight to them. Silas rocks over as well, makes his rotate in the back of the buggy, looks for the peek up. They might have got the pick-me up, sure, but can they still hold on to this ground?
Falcons looking over towards Silas, who backs straight back in towards the buggy, hits the deck. Smile with 4 elims on the side of Yangon Galanskos and looking not to let that kind of pace let up anytime soon. He wants to keep on pedaling. Now, setting his sights over towards Wild. It's a bit more chip damage here.
It's kind of a 3-1 split with how they're playing it as well. I mean, Murnat is going in towards Reg now. Whereas you've got Smile still just looking for the vision back over on towards Hora with 2 players in the center there for the quick rotate depending on where the favored fight goes. Meanwhile, Zol, the last man from Alpha, is spotted with a wrap over from 4 Fribes. Oh, Toshbik goes for the peek out, but it doesn't work. Narvalo, quick, hits that one back.
Falcons with 9 eliminations, Jackie. This is a big step up in performance from them today. Weibo as well, getting some good results in over towards 4 Thrives, who have not been thriving on that southwest side. The Falcons, they see weakness, and they'll send in.
Narvalo unloads. The hailstorm hits onto Falak T24. Trying to scrap back, but not much that can be done as Koa will restrict and remove the potential for any comeback for T24 and Koa on that one. So goodbye 4 Thrives. Unfortunately, the Falcons might have finally come unstuck. Shots down on the 3 of the players. Only 1 man remains alive. Meanwhile, Jiggle looking for the head-to-head versus Yangon.
Gigantic game for Falcons, honestly. 11 elims, very, very nice. They've all got any better than that. Weibo Gaming looking to catch up to the Titans at the top of the lobby. Another nade sent through in the Molotov as well as a nade towards the back, but Romeo will at least hit Jiggle with that molly. Burns him out. In the meantime, Murnat will pick up Silas. Sleepy gets lucky there.
For Yangon, the job is done, and all they wanted to establish on this one, pushing past that 128 barrier and making it to the match point for the smash rule. They're focused now on how far can they go in this game. Strike fear into the other squads with how they've been playing.
Yangon, Romeo's down, and they're going to send in with SayCloud. No fear will be taken out. But they need another game after this one with a chicken dinner. Sky, though, from Hora, putting the work, and Weibo still holding on that south side, Jackie. Good shot from Sky, dear me.
Really crisp stuff. Yangon have finally met their match in Hora with how they've been able to play. Wide open angles and quick shots from Sky. Murnat, though, frustrated, wants to grab even more points for them, push further up the standings, and leaves these squads knowing that if you come to the best, you better be able to strike them down.
Weibo needs to get moving, though. Like, this is a fight that they could capitalize off the back of. Yangon needs to push up the hill, and Weibo's had no influence here. Order finally looks over. SayCloud is down, and do the boys want to move over towards his way? He's gathering as much information as possible. Now with the big weapons in the back pocket, looks to put the hurt in. Ragnar with an off angle towards the back. Order jump spotting. SayCloud's still down. Might have just not seen him there.
They've both got so much utility to work with here as well. Position to provide themselves better sight lines, get those smokes down. Nades for the engage as well. A good range of different placements in terms of where these players are. If the fight kicks off, they can get angles onto you, even if you only slightly peek back into it. Murnat inside of the vehicle, hit heavy by Order. There goes the first man.
Good timing as well as the circle starts to push in. Brilliant timing, in fact. They can delay as much as possible, will make life very hard for Yangon.
And power. Of course, it was Ragnar that was left as the solo so long ago. Last man representing the organization, trapped in position with he just guarding his only exit.
Yeah, just needs to worry about the blue essentially, and that'll do the trick. Now Weibo can set their sights completely over towards Yangon Galacticos. They have a man advantage, but positioning is not great for them.
Surprised Cloud was able to keep himself alive. He dived in behind the tree, and the loot crate, there's a nade that's going to be cast towards his position, but he's topped himself back up. The heal comes through in the nick of time. Meanwhile, the shots uphill are good for damage, but the knock is confirmed onto Cloud.
Really important knock there coming through from he on a side swipe. Murnat tries to make his way across. But very important game, not only for Yangon Galacticos, but also Weibo. 91 points. And if they win this game, they'll shoot themselves up towards the century mark, over into the 100, set themselves up for later on in the day.
So much riding on this for that team. We've been singing the praises of Order. Him and he are a lethal unit. And at the minute, with that knock that came over onto Romeo as well, they've got a great advantage into this one. That's the full confirmation. Burn them down to just 2 players. Still, so much utility left to work with. That's been a difference maker for this team.
Smart plays here from 33 Seas. He takes down Murnat, slowly pushing up, and another goes down. And Weibo will find themselves the second chicken dinner of the day. But the big storyline is Yangon Galacticos. They have crossed the line.
That match point, smash rule coming into effect. That's what they were hoping for on this outing. And Weibo, it is huge.